I was wrong. There's a project that I was talking about that I was excited for, built up with the hype, and now that the pre-sale has actually gone and happened, and the public sale is just around the corner, I don't actually think it will sell out. Let's jump in and I'll tell you why. First up, if you get a hit of that like button, it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research before jumping into the NFT space. So I did a video on Mutant Punk's City. It's a project that I've been following for a little while. You can actually check out that video that I did up here, but it'll be kind of irrelevant because this is the updated version of it. So with this project, I'd been following it for a while, and I'd tracked it from the beginning when it had around sort of 30,000 people in their Discord and around 12,000 people on their Twitter. Now their Twitter's at around 26,000 and their Discord's at 106,000. I actually got onto the whitelist for Mutant Punk City, so I was able to mint a Mutant Punk in the pre-sale. Now, as you can see here, the public sale says that it's going to be releasing in 16 hours. So the reason that I say that I'm wrong is that I said that this project will sell out. There was a huge invite competition for people to get onto the whitelist. There was a lot of activity and a lot of hype and a lot of things happening when it came down to this project. Now, full disclosure, when it comes down to this project, I actually bought onto the whitelist and I flipped it. I made 0.04 ETH profit. It's not a major, huge profit, but it's enough to cover the gas on a couple of other projects that I would like to get in on. So saying that I have come out of this project ahead, I'm not at a loss, but I at least wanted to kind of share some of my concerns when it comes down to this project, seeing that I've actually got the clarity of hindsight when it comes to the drop that has actually kind of happened, kind of happening right now. So to get down to the stats on their Discord, there are 107,000 members in their Discord, which is quite huge, but a lot of these members have come through on a whitelist challenge. So you needed to invite sort of 25 people to then kind of get onto the whitelist and also kind of jump in and do something when it comes to the chat. Now there are around 1,000 people on the whitelist. When we jump over onto OpenSea, we can see here that only 644 items have minted and around 480 owners. The floor price is a healthy 0.13, so 0.14, and the volume traded is 50. Now, I'm not saying that these are bad numbers, but recently, overnight, the price of ETH hit an all-time high. And then because the gas fees were high and not everyone minted immediately, it started to leave some hesitation and started to put the doubt in the minds of people on the whitelist, and I'm in the whitelist chat. Now, what actually happened was when they were going to do the pre-sale, they said that they needed an extra hour to do it, which doesn't sound too bad, but if you've been in this space enough, the more delays that there are, the worse it's going to be. Then there was another delay. Sorry, but we're going to need more time. Now, the pre-sale ended up going live around 2 to 3 hours after it should have. Now, this is a problem because if someone's ready for this drop and they're ready to get on the whitelist and they log on and they're ready to go at that time and it's delayed, it's very hard for someone to just block out another whole hour of their time for it then to be delayed again. What they then do is they go, oh, hold off, I'm not going to do this. So I'm not saying that this is the main reason that this hesitation has kind of built up, but it's one of those factors, the fact that the drops weren't happening when they were going to happen, and it starts to build some hesitation because the momentum that has been building up to that point gets stalled and gets cut off. Now, another aspect that seems like some slight desperation when it comes to the project making sure they mint out is the fact that they say a lot of transactions are currently pending. We have extended the pre-sale for 8 hours. Now, this is a real big kick in the guts for anyone that would be in the public sale. They're going to have to wait another 8 hours for the project. So when you take into account that the pre-sale was delayed twice and the public sale has been delayed, those delays slow down the momentum of the project. They slow down the minting and the sale of the NFT. If the pre-sale hadn't actually been delayed, there could have been a chance that more would have been minted and would have built up that FOMO, which then would have led to the public sale actually happening when it would have happened. The momentum continued, and that would have helped the sale of the project. The fact that there have been 3 kind of delays and hiccups when it comes down to the launch of the project really does slow down the momentum, and that's why I believe that I'm wrong when it comes down to saying that this project will sell out. When I made that video, everything was on track to launch as it should have, but currently it's not. Now, if we actually jump over onto Nance, I'm going to get a deep dive on the stats of the actual project, where it sits currently right now before the public sale. So we can see that even though it was deployed 6 days ago, the pre-sale, we can kind of see all the volume and activity here. We can see the huge volume at the start, and the volume is just dropping off. But it does make sense because the majority of the whitelist have kind of minted their project. And when it comes down to the individual transactions, there are a few notable buys when it comes to this project. When we jump in and have a look at the top balances, we can see here that the top balance has 31, then we've got 20, and then it goes down to 3. So the top 10, there are a few holders here that really believe in this project, and they're stacking up and scooping up as much as they can when it comes to the secondary market. Now, something that does show strength is that Pranksy is in this project, and he actually owns 2 of the NFTs. So that does show a little bit of strength when it comes to the project, with Pranksy being a notable collector in the space. And then having a look at the secondary market, we can see here that over a 2-hour period, we're getting around 13 sales. When it comes down to the unique addresses, there are 480 people that are currently holding this project. And we can see here that the percentage holding one NFT is 90%, so it shows that 10% of people hold more than one. Now, the reason that I'm jumping in and showing you these stats is so I can kind of clear the air of any miscommunication that you may kind of see on Twitter, that you can see in the Discord, or that you can there see where the average price was kind of sitting and where the volume is actually going when it comes to the secondary market and this project. So the reason that I wanted to show you those stats and the reason that I wanted to make this video is that when it comes down to the people in my Discord, we're having a chat, and there were some red flags that some of the guys were saying that on their end, and one of the red flags was the fact that the team isn't doxed. The team, they are just an alias, which doesn't really help out feeling trust when it comes to the project. Because people do like to know who's behind a project, especially in the current market and the current climate where they're at. The other thing is the fact that it is an 11,111 sort of profile picture project, which is quite a large run, and a lot of projects aren't selling out. So that large of a run kind of does add a little bit of hesitation when it comes to will they actually sell out. And some of the other hesitations are the fact that with the whitelist didn't sell out instantly and complete, and it looks like it is stalling in terms of its current momentum when it comes to the sort of whitelist and the public sale. The other part and the other fact is that the whitelist was a heavy invite sort of weighted whitelist. So the fact that you had to invite 25 people and they had to be real people to then get onto the whitelist, it meant that the numbers of actual people in the community were vastly blown out to where the people that actually supported the project were in. So like I said, my strategy when it came to this project was to get onto the whitelist and mint on the whitelist. Keep an eye on the price floor, and if I could take a 50 or 100% gain and a quick flip, I would do it. Then I would wait for reveal. I'm still standing by the call that I made. I actually did mint it for sort of 0.1 including gas, and then I sold it for just above 0.14. So I made a gain of 0.04. Now these aren't massive life-changing gains, but these are the gains that can kind of help cover the gas on future projects. When it comes down to this project, if you are hesitant, if there are any red flags that you see, wait until reveal. Don't FOMO in before the reveal. Wait for the reveal. The floor price will drop after the reveal. It happens on lots of projects, and you could then pick up what could be considered a bargain or a discount on what it is. I will be buying back into this project after reveal. I do believe the floor price will drop below mint because there will be some people out there that will buy into this project. It won't 10x immediately. They'll get scared, then they'll paper hands and they'll sell out. And this will start to trigger a whole bunch of selling. So what you will then be able to do is, I do believe you'll be able to pick one of these up for 0.04 after the reveal. So once you kind of incorporate gas, it might be 0.06. So overall, when it comes down to this project, I think most people can agree that the art on this is crazy. It is insane. And this is kind of what's driving a little bit of conflict when it comes to people looking at this project. The numbers might not stack up. Something might not feel right, but the art really does look insane and it does look cool. And I think that's where it starts to get very hard when it comes down to the NFT space, because it can be highly emotional when it comes to the images and what you actually resonate with, and you're trying to sort of disassociate yourself when it comes to the finances of it. So anyway, I hope you got some value out of this video. I hope you weren't misled by any comments that I made in the previous video. Please do your own research when it comes down to these projects. If something doesn't feel right, there's no need to FOMO in. You can wait for a reveal. You can wait for a price floor to come in. You don't need to get it immediately. I understand my risk tolerances and know where my risks can come in to ensure that I can be safer when it comes to investing in the NFT space. As always, it's been a pleasure having you with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.